mga kababayan, ma'am sir. This is Jam, the Filipino channel lang yung pong lingkod. So today is April 22, 2026 at tayo ngayon na papunta dyan sa may Market Street, sa may Madrigal Business Park, Ayala, Alabang. Muntinlupa po yan, Alabang, Muntinlupa. At dadalhin po natin sa may Mindanao Avenue, sa may Tranoma Mall, Mindanao Avenue, Bagong Pag-asa, Diliman, Quezon City. Kaya po, magbabalik po tayo mamayang konti pag nakuha na po natin sila. Disclaimer lamang po, ang content po natin ay kalsada at hindi ang passenger. Kaya naman sakali man po na may marinig kayo mga pangalan ng lugar, pangalan ng tao, pangalan ng organizations, government o private man yan, ay wala pong kinalaman ng channel na ito at wala pong pinapatungkulan. Lahat po na pinag-uusapan dito ay pawang dito lamang po yan sa loob at wala pong pinapatungkulan sa labas. Magbabalik po tayo mamayang konti po pag nakuha na po natin sila. Samantala makinig tayo ng mga nagbabagang balita at talakayan habang tayo ay papunta doon yan sa ating pick-up area.
The Chair directs the Committee Secretary to call the case.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Impeachment complaints against Vice President Sara C. Duterte, filed by Reverend Father Joel Sabaya et al. And endorsed by Representative Laila M. De Lima, and filed by Attorney Nathaniel G. Cabrera, and endorsed by Representatives Benito M. Abate Jr. and Francisco Paulo P. Ortega III.
Let it be placed on the record that the Committee Secretary calls the Vice President, and it appears that the Vice President is still not present in our hearing. The Chair likewise directs the Committee Secretary to call the complainant at least to be acknowledged. COMSEC.
Complainants in the Sabaya et al. Impeachment complaint: Father Joel Tadela Sabaya, Father Rogelio del Rosario, Sister Geraldine Menonga, Father Papito Sarabia C.S., and Pastor Leonardo Arevalo. The counsel for the complainant, Attorney Amando Virgil Dibutan, and Attorney Stephen Magalion.
The Chair acknowledges the presence of complainants in the current complaint. The second impeachment complaint, COMSEC, please.
For the Cabrera impeachment complaint, Attorney Nathaniel G. Cabrera, complainant.
May we know if Attorney Cabrera is present? No one answered. Let it be placed on the record that while the Sabaya et al. Complainant are present, Attorney Cabrera is not present in our hearing today. The Chair likewise directs the Committee Secretary to call the resource person for today's hearing.
Thank you, Madam Chair. On behalf of Justice, we would like to acknowledge the presence of the following resource persons. From the Office of the Ombudsman, Ombudsman Jesus Crispin C. Remulla, Assistant Ombudsman Jose Dominic S. Lavano IV, Assistant Ombudsman Luis Gonzaga S. Bonoan Jr., Assistant Ombudsman Armando S. Sanchez
Hindi
Jr.,
pa lang assistant.
Attorney Karen S.
Madam Chair, could we ask those called to acknowledge that they are present?
We are requesting the resource persons to please rise as your names are called.
We already saw the appearance, the acknowledgement of our colleague, Congressman Ombudsman Remulla. Thank you.
For the succeeding resource persons, please rise as your names are called by the Committee Secretary.
Attorney Karen S. Batu, OIC of the CRT, Attorney Jeffrey L. Ravelo, GIPOC, Assistant Ombudsman Eliseo D.C. Cruz, Assistant Ombudsman Margaret Andaman. From the Bureau of Internal Revenue, BIR Commissioner Attorney Charlito Martin R. Mendoza, Deputy Commissioner Attorney Larry N. Barcelo, Deputy Commissioner Attorney Marisa O. Cabreros, OIC Regional Director Narciso T. Laguerta, Revenue District Officer Trinidad A. Villamil, Revenue District Officer Jefferson B. Taboga, Mr. Charlie I. Esto, OIC Revenue District Officer Joseph B. Arguelles, Revenue District Officer Joseph Melchor D. Ebalia, OIC Revenue District Officer Ellen S. Tampos, Miss Celia Rizalinda A. Mabanag, Miss Anne Lorraine C. Garcia Marquez, Attorney Rachel Caroline Villachon, Mr. Rupert Ambil, from the Securities and Exchange Commission, Attorney Gerardo F. Del Rosario, Attorney Romuald C. Padilla, Assistant Director Algin M. Lacanaria, from the Anti-Money Laundering Council, Executive Director Attorney Ronel U. Buenaventura, Attorney Anthony Lawrence M. Morales, Attorney Arnold T. Cabanlit, Attorney Irano A. Dumale, and former Senator Antonio Sani F. Trillanes IV. That's all, Your Honor.
Except for the resource persons who have taken their oath already during our last hearing on April 14, may we request the rest of the resource persons to please rise so that the oath will be administered. Comsec, please.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth before this committee? Thank you.
For the organized presentation of our evidence and resource persons, the chair would like to announce the order of presentation of our resource persons. The first will be the Ombudsman, followed by the AMLC, and then the BIR, and then the SEC, and last will be former Senator Sani Trillanes. We will be following the said order. Comsec?
Okay.
Yes,
Your Honor, the
Just
document
pull the Tufi.
on
Yes, I will.
Interfere.
I will just
from
add
the
that.
Securities
Yeah,
and
add a
Exchange
Tufi.
Commission,
Yeah. But
Commission on
first,
Audit,
I will load my
the Bureau of
RFID
Internal
because I don't
Revenue,
have load.
insofar as the transmittal only, were received on April 14, and on April 16, we received from the Commission on Audit the decision number 20-26-171 dated April 10, the notice of disallowance in transmittal. These were sent to all members of the Committee on Justice, regular and ex officio, and as well as to the respondent and counsel and complainants and counsel, Your Honor. As far as the submissions of the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Commission on Audit were concerned, these were sent to the Office of the Vice President on April 15, 5:56 p.m. and acknowledged by the Central Records Unit of the same office. It was also sent to the complainant Saballa et al. Through Attorney Amando Virgil Ligutan on April 21, 3:16 p.m. and acknowledged on April 21, 3:50 p.m. It was also sent to Attorney Nathaniel Cabrera on April 21, 2026 at 3:16 p.m. For the April 16 submission of the Commission on Audit, it was sent to the respondent, Office of the Vice President, and Fortune Narvasa and Salazar on April 16 and acknowledged by the Central Records Unit of the Office of the Vice President on April 17, 10:25 p.m. It was also sent to the complainant, Saballa, through Attorney Amando Virgil Ligutan on April 16, 8:26 a.m. and acknowledged on April 21, 7:38 p.m. It was also sent to the complainant, Attorney Nathaniel Cabrera, on April 21 at 3:16 p.m. As far as the documents from the Bureau of Internal Revenue are concerned, the transmittal only were sent to the respondent and counsel on April 21 at 10:54 a.m. and to the complainant on April 21, 10:56 a.m. for the Zavala et al. Impeachment complaint, and for the complainant Attorney Nathaniel G. Cabrera, it was sent on April 21, 10:56 p.m. That's all, Your Honor.
Thank you, Comsec. We shall now commence the presentation of our resource persons, including the documents that they will be submitting to this committee. The floor is now open for clarificatory questions of the Justice members. The Honorable Shua is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, since nandito na po yung ating ombudsman, base po sa imbitasyon sa PINA and Committee, pwede po ba ako mag-proceed para sa clarificatory question?
You may proceed, Honorable Shua.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Ombudsman, kayo po ay naanyahan ngayong araw para makapagdala po ng salin ng ating Vice President base po sa aming para po makatulong sa amin sa determination of probable cause sa salin violation or sa ill-gotten wealth. Pwede ko po bang matanong kung dala po ninyo yung salin ng ating Vice President?
Ano umaga po? Dala po namin ang mga hihingi po ng ayon sa PINA to suspect na yung binigay sa akin.
May we direct the committee secretary to receive the copy of the SALN, which are being submitted by the Office of the Ombudsman, so that the same will form part of the records of our proceedings. Ombudsman?
Bago ho nasimula ang ating pagdinig, binigay na po namin ang mga kopya ng sa PINA. Ang mga kopya ng mga dokumento na hinihingi ng komite sa akin.
The committee notes that the Ombudsman already submitted ahead of the commencement of this proceeding. Honorable Shua?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, gusto ko po tanungin ang ating ombudsman kasi base po dun sa paragraph 107 ng Zavala complaint, ang ating pong Vice Presidente ay naging Vice Mayor ng Davao noong taong 2007 hanggang 2010 at siya rin po ay naging alkalde ng Davao mula 2010 hanggang 2013, 2016 hanggang 2019 at 2019 hanggang 2022. But I notice, Madam Chair, ang naibigay lamang sa ating mga dokumento dito ay mula 2016 hanggang 2024. Kung pwede ko po bang malaman, nasan po yung SALN nung taong 2007 hanggang 2015 nung ang ating pong Vice President ay Vice Mayor at Mayor ng Davao?
Isang ano lang ho, isang paglilinaw. Kasama ko po rito ang aming opisyal ng Ombudsman, si Attorney Karen Bato ng Central Records Division upang sumagot po sa mga tanong na partikular tungkol po sa mga dokumento sapagkat hindi ko po nakakikita itong mga dokumentong ito sapagkat iba po ang aking ginagawa sa Office of the Ombudsman. Maaari po, pasad na po ang mikropono kay Attorney Karen Bato.
Please answer the question. Good morning, Your Honor. Based po dun sa submission namin earlier before the proceeding, kasama po sa sinabit namin yung 2007 to 2012 SALN ng ating Vice President. May certification din po tayo na yung subpoena po kasi ay from 2007 to 2013, 2016 to 2022. So yung 2015 po hindi po kasama sa mga
sinasabina sa Office of the Ombudsman. Ang kulang lang po sa mga sinabit namin, attorney Bago,
Wala.
closer to the party.
Di ba auto-ship to? Auto-ship to, ha?
Tingin ko po
Oh,
na,
meron naman akong
Your
balance.
Honor, meron na kami sinabit 2007 to 2012. Yung mga
Magkano po ulit to? Kasi i-ano ko po.
from our the area office of the
164?
Mindanao.
Okay, thank you po.
Sila po yung repository or custodian ng SALN during the time na si Vice Mayor and Mayor po yung ating Vice President. So we requested pa po. So kasama po yun ngayon sa sinabmit namin. Nandun po yun sa submission namin before the proceedings.
Okay, kasi meron lamang po ako dito is 2016 hanggang 2024.
Kasama po yun sa binigay po namin sa COMSEC ngayon.
Anyway, with that, siguro magsisimula na lang akong magtanong from 2016 to 2024 dahil yun lang ang meron akong record dito at hindi po sa akin na ibigay na
If I may interrupt, Honorable Chua. COMSEC, please be directed to provide copy of the SALN submitted by the OMB to the justice members and later to the complainant and the respondent.
Okay, proceed now, Madam Chair.
Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, gusto ko po tanungin ang ating galang-galang na ombudsman. Base po dito sa SALN, no, na isinumiti po ninyo dito sa committee, maaari niyo po bang i-confirm na yung SALN po ng ating Vice President noong taong 2007, habang siya po ay Vice Mayor ng Davao, ay may declared net worth na 7.250 million 497.
For the guidance of the justice members, the question is anchored on the 2016 SALN. So,
2007.
2007, COMSEC kindly flash the concerned SALN for the guidance of the members.
2007. Declared net worth.
Your Honor, I will just read the content ng 2007 SALN ng ating Vice President. And it is stated here na ang kanyang net worth is 7,250,497.
Okay, so kino-confirm po ninyo. Tama po.
Yun po yung nakalagay dito
Yes,
sa
thank
SALN.
you po.
Can we flash the amount of net worth? There. 7,250,000.
Alright. So dito po sa 7,250,000 sa kanyang pong SALN, magkano po yung kanyang dineklara na cash at saka cash deposit?
Again, reading from the SALN submitted by the Vice President, yung cash on hand and bank niya for the year, various years acquired is 2 million.
2 million. Okay, thank you po. Doon po sa kanyang 2008, sabi po niya, ang declared net worth po ng ating Vice President at that time, Vice Mayor po siya, noong 2008, is 18.493,616.65. Tama po ba to? Do you confirm this?
Your Honor, based on the 2008 submitted SALN, the net worth of the Vice President then is 18,493,616.65.
Okay. At magkano naman po ang dineklara niyang cash at cash deposit po sa kanyang SALN noong 2008?
Ang declaration po niya dito sa kanyang 2008 SALN is 2 million din po, Your Honor.
2 million na cash. Salamat po. Punta po tayo sa kanyang SALN noong 2009 habang siya po ay Vice Mayor ng Davao. May declared net worth po siya na 18,821,264.65. Tama po ba?
/2009 SALN. Your Honor, again, reading from the 2009 submitted SALN of the Vice President, ang kanyang net worth then 18,281,264.65.
Ano ba? 18 million
281,264.65.
at 208. Sorry. Okay. At magkano naman po ang kanyang dineclare na cash at cash deposit po dito?
Based on the submission of the Vice President, the cash on hand bank was 2,800,000 po.
2,800,000. Maraming salamat po. Dumako naman po tayo sa 2010 na SALN ng ating Vice President habang siya po ay Vice Mayor ng Davao. Meron po ditong nakadeclared na net worth na 16,242,886.65. Kinukumpirma po ba ninyo ito?
Your Honor, again, based on the submission of the 2010 SALN by the Vice President, her net worth then was 16,242,886.65.
Maraming salamat po. At magkakano naman po yung halaga na idineklara niya na cash at cash deposit po sa kanyang SALN noong 2010? SALN.
Based on her submission, the cash on hand bank during the time was 3,661,622.
Alright, maraming salamat. Dumako naman po tayo sa 2011 na SALN po ng ating Vice President habang siya po ay Vice Mayor ng Davao. May declared net worth po siya na 14,271,148.45. Kinukumpirma po ba ninyo ito?
Your Honor, reading from the from the 2011 SALN submitted by the Vice President, her net worth then was declared as 14,271,148.46.
At magkano naman po ang halaga ng kanya na dineklara po niyang cash at cash deposit sa kanya pong SALN noong 2011?
The declared cash on hand bank for the 2011 SALN was 3,931,125.80.
Okay. Dumako naman po tayo sa kanyang 2012 na SALN habang siya po ay Vice Mayor ng Davao. Meron po siya ditong declared net worth na 22,116,101.93. Kinukumpirma po ba ninyo to?
Again, Your Honor, reading from the submitted 2012 SALN of the Vice President, her declared net worth was 22,116,101.93.
At magkano po yung kanyang dineklarang cash at cash deposit po sa nasabing 2012?
Your Honor, yung declared cash on hand bank niya for the 2012 SALN was 4,320,532.
Okay, maraming salamat po. Pumunta naman po tayo sa kanyang 2016 SALN habang siya po ay alkalde po ng Davao. Dito po meron po siyang declared net worth nilang mag-asawa, no? 34,895,997. Ito po ba'y kinukumpirma ninyo?
Again, Your Honor, reading from the submitted SALN, 2016 SALN by the Vice President, ang nakalagay po dito na net worth niya is 34,895,997.
Maraming salamat po. At magkakano naman po yung kanyang dineklara na cash at cash deposit sa kanyang 2016 salary?
Dito po sa kanyang 2016 salin, ang nakalagay po na cash on hand bank, 3,750,760.
Maraming salamat po. Dumako naman po tayo sa kanyang 2017 salin. Habang siya po ay alkalde ng Davao City. Sabi po sa kanyang salin, siya po ay nagdeklara ng 44,828,759. Kinukumpirma po ba ninyo to?
Your Honor, reading from the submitted 2017 salin of the Vice President, her net worth then was 44,828,769.
Maraming salamat po. At magkakano naman po yung kanyang declared cash at cash deposit noong taong 2017?
Based on her submission, Your Honor, the cash on hand and bank was declared to be 3,596.
Maraming salamat po. Dumako naman po tayo sa kanyang 2018 salin. Habang siya po ay alkalde po ng Davao City. Tama po ba na ang declared net worth po nilang mag-asawa ay 49,699,728? Kino-confirm po ba ninyo to?
Your Honor, again, I'm reading from the 2018 submission, salin submission of the Vice President. Ang kanya pong declared net worth then was 49,699,728.
At magkakano man po dyan yung kanyang declared na cash at cash deposit noong taong 2018?
Based on her submission, Your Honor, ang declared cash po niya was 3,000,000